सास गारी देवे देवर समझा लेवे ससुराल गेंदा फूल.
Pure example of how fusion can take something which is traditional and then make it relatable to the generation today.
जीना यहाँ मरना यहाँ इसके सिवा जाना कहाँ.
I wouldn't like to compare Delhi 6 with the greats like Kaagaz Ke Phool and or a Mera Naam Joker. I went deep into alcoholism.
Tracking milestones of an incredible journey spanning 30 years. Rahman Music Sheets. Hi friends, how about finding a top take, a wow factor in this episode? Do watch it till the end to grab this harmonic moment of the day. Delhi 6, directed by Rakeysh Omprakash Mehra, is set in Old Delhi, a melting pot of history and cultures. But the film was shot at Sambhar, a town near Jaipur in Rajasthan. For creating Old Delhi streets in Rajasthan, Sameer Chanda won the National Award. Scintillating lyrics by Prasoon Joshi and eclectic soundtrack by A.R. Rahman generated a buzz around the film. The film is not only about 21st century India, it is also about the ability to love humanity or the lack of it.
There was a recent article in the Hindu newspaper which said Delhi 6 is more relevant today than when it was made. The only thing I thought was sadly so. My response to that was, oh God, because it was more about times to come. I think I'll only die with this question in my heart. I will never get the answer. Why don't we love the other person for what they are and what they believe in and their belief? What is this whole tribal mentality within us to impose ourselves onto somebody else and not accept them? What is this fear which drives us? I don't think I'll get the answer in this life. I tried to look for it in Delhi 6. We traveled the journey together. I think we created a gem of a film, and at least that's what people say. The music is superlative, which is also like a semi-musical, if you really ask me. If I were to take it to Broadway today and turn it into a musical, we have the music already. It will not be difficult to do that. It's not a plot-driven story. It's a response to the environment we were living in at that point of time.
And the Oscar goes to A.R. Rahman for Slumdog Millionaire.
22nd February 2009, A.R. Rahman became the first Indian to win 2 Oscars. 2 days prior to that night, 20th February 2009, saw the worldwide release of Delhi 6, a musical tribute to the charms of Old Delhi. A.R. Rahman won Filmfare and Screen Awards as the Best Music Director. Filmfare trophies were awarded to Mohit Chauhan for Masakali and Rekha Bhardwaj for Sasural Genda Phool.
Rakeysh Sasural Genda Phool, a folk song adapted for Delhi 6 by Rajat Dholakia. Mr. Rahman added layers to it and made it very contemporary. How did that happen?
Sasural Genda Phool was a thought given to me by Raghuveer Yadav. He's from MP and he's done a lot of street theatre and he knew a lot of folk. I had, while growing up in Old Delhi, I had heard my aunts, my grandmother, my mother sit on the terrace, cold winter sun, making papad, achar and all that, and singing some folk song, some bhajan. And we got this folk melody, which Rajat Tholakia, whom we call lovingly Juku, recorded it in Rekhaji's voice. Turned out beautiful, and but the song was still incomplete. It was in its very raw form, a folk song sung by a great voice.
सैया छेड़ देवे ननद चुटकी लेवे ससुराल गेंदा फूल.
I still remember at Ranjit Beirut's studio in Mumbai, Rahman dropped in and he heard the take and he was very happy with it, and he said the song is like, feels good to me as such. I said, but it feels incomplete, it does not belong to Delhi 6 yet, to our album. He said, yeah, so play it again, and he started doing something.
सास गारी देवे देवर समझा लेवे ससुराल गेंदा फूल.
And it was not just the beginning, oh, oh, hey, hey, not just the chorus. He brought in the whole fusion into the song.
सूरतिया निहारो जियारा भारी होवे ससुराल गेंदा फूल.
It is, I think, a lovely example, a pure example of how fusion can take something which is traditional and then make it relatable to the generation today. And it turned out to be a classic.
छोड़ा बाबल का अंगना भावे डेरा पे या कहो.
On this song, there was some kind of a lip sync by actors. Otherwise, generally you don't lip sync your songs. Why is that?
Listen, I have grown up on lip sync song, but a greater experience for me entering the world of music as a listener was through the radio. I always heard songs. I never saw songs. You know, for me it was not about how a song is choreographed or who is performing it. For me it was always who has composed it, who's the lyricist, whose voice it is. These are two different functions. When you consume a song through your eyes, it triggers something else, some other senses. Many good senses, I'm not saying bad senses. Eyes are the closest to your brain also. It analyzes a lot many things, much more information is given to you to break it down. But when it comes through your ears, at times you shut your eyes also and you imagine it or reimagine it in your own way. And when it comes from your ears, I think it goes into your soul. It doesn't go into your brain. So for me, it's listening to the song was the way how I trained myself. Now comes a time I'm making movies.
Everybody's looking for the monkey out there. Hey, kala bandar, bahar hai ya andar.
I've thought about this a lot. We don't have an alternate music scene. Our rock stars are our film actors. They are stars. The reason they become rock stars is because they're also singing songs. And we believe that, the illusion. You know, I completely believe that it is Devanand singing and not Hemant Kumar. It is Amitabh Bachchan singing and not Kishore Kumar. It's Udit Narayan, it's not Amir Khan. It's Kamala Hassan, it's not SP. That is how it had evolved, the cinema. But in Rang De and in Delhi 6 and in Bhag Milka Bhag, these predominantly the films which cut across, among the other films I have made, there was barely any lip sync, and I'm not averse to lip sync, but if my character does not allow it, I would like to stay away from it at best here.
Background music is done after the film is shot and edited. Did you feel that because of Mr. Rahman's music, your sequences touched newer heights, his music added layers to it?
when AR scores, and I never call it background music, for me it's the original soundtrack, it's the OST, and that's the approach we have. He, in my limited experience again, he's among the only modern day composers, and I've not worked with many, but what I've heard of, puts more hard work on the OST than just the songs itself. For him, that entire thing is an album. And without fail, every time it elevates the picture.
Delhi 6. Reviews were harsh. Bhardwaj Rangan wrote, "The shockingly graceless final stretch, which implodes under the treacly burden of good intention." Raja Sen described Delhi 6 as, "Ye silly hai mere yaar."
न कभी मंदिर था, न मंदिर है। इनके पूर्वजों ने मंदिर तोड़ा है।
The film is a noble failure, declared Anupama Chopra on NDTV. And lukewarm response by the audience from fourth day onwards pushed Rakeysh into a dark hole.
Rakeysh, I know it's a painful memory, but I want to feel that pain. I want our audience to feel what an artist, a director goes through when a film perhaps doesn't work commercially.
It gave me a bigger heartbreak than the joy I received from Rang De Basanti or Bhaag Milkha Bhaag put together. After the initial weekend, where it did record business, from Monday onwards it just tanked, and there was this huge outcry against the film.
प्रभु श्री राम के चरणों में मेरी और मेरी पार्टी की तरफ से ये तुच्छ भेंट स्वीकार करें.
So yeah, there was a heartbreak. I went deep into alcoholism for almost 6 months or something. And I just wanted to sleep and not get up. So there was a spasm. There was a gap which I fell into. It was like a black hole. When one morning I woke up and I realized that I got to do something about it. Can't just get into a Devdas mode with it. And so I called up our cinematographer Binod Pradhan and I told him, shooting abhi baki hai. I need to shoot for Delhi 6. So we shot for a couple of days and like 3 days with a different beginning and ending. I put it together. And that's the film then I sent out to Europe, and I think Venice Film Festival and other festivals took it on, and it kind of completed that incompleteness in me. It kind of healed me also. So it got some kind of a Purna Viram out there, but the story continues. Yeah.
Do you plan to release the new version on maybe OTT platforms? Maybe viewers are ready to accept newer things?
Are they? Release it is not in my hands. It's for that the universe needs to conspire, because it's also a commercial exercise. Most certainly, one of these days, in the near future or in the future, I would love to share it.
Rakeysh, Delhi 6 was a very personal film for you. All personal films, be it Kaagaz Ke Phool or Mera Naam Joker or Delhi 6, they don't work commercially, though later they become cult classics. Have you ever thought about it, why it happens?
I wouldn't like to compare Delhi 6 with the greats like Kaagaz Ke Phool or a Mera Naam Joker. Personal expressions have a long way to go in our subcontinent, because they are also somewhere hidden within them is a stark truth about yourself. I think the people on the street are facing stark truth after stark truth after stark truth every moment of their life.
ये मेरा गीत जीवन संगीत कल भी कोई दोहराएगा.
When they enter a theatre, they want to escape all that. So, by not a stretch of imagination, I would blame the audiences or put the blame on them of not understanding the starkness of cinema. Having said that, it must be done. Having said that, you can't do that with every film. You should not be doing it with every film. We are also, in a way, distributors of happiness, of entertainment. It's a job that has been given to us, have been bestowed on us to make people laugh and cry, to make them happy at the end of it, make them fulfilled. To send them home with a sense of emptiness is also our duty at times, not all the times. So yes, you might find examples, but they'll be far and few.
यहाँ भगवान भी कुर्सी का मतलब समझते हैं.
To mark the 100th episode of Rahman Music Sheets, Rahman's sisters, his mother and A.R. Rahman join us next week. Stay with us.
Why don't we love the other person for what they are and what they believe in and their belief? What is this whole tribal mentality within us to impose ourselves onto somebody else and not accept them?
Do you agree that this indeed was the moment of the day? Is your choice different? Whatever your mind says, write it in the comments section below. We will be waiting. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell icon and stay entertained.